Dan Papaila here to talk to you about my book, Chord Shapes for Jazz Guitar. I'm going to give you a brief tutorial on how the book is organized and some suggestions on how you might work through the book. It's available at Amazon.com. It's been endorsed by Bruce Foreman, Dave Stryker, Mundell Lowe, Calvin Keys, and got great reviews in Just Jazz Guitar. It costs $20. And what it is it's a chord method book that's based on a 2-5-1 chord progression in the key of C major. And that means that every minor chord in the book is a D minor chord. There are about 20 to 25 voicings of the minor chords, as well as 20 to 25 voicings of dominant chords, and similarly about that many of major chords. Doesn't sound like a lot of chords when you think about the books that say 10,000 chords for jazz guitar or for guitar, but guess what? That's really all you need. There are some other tricks. Many of these chord voicings are multiple chords based on the progression that you're in. But in any case, if you go to the first section of the minor chords, you're going to see a photograph of me fingering the chords and the grid that shows what fingers where and the notes and what type of minor chord it is. I don't focus so much on whether I'm going to play a D minor 9th or a D minor 6th or a D minor 7th when I'm actually performing the music. If you take these chord voicings and you work them up the neck like this and get your fingers comfortable with these different positions so that your hands have the memory, what you're going to find is that it's going to create a picture up and down the fretboard for you to work with. And regardless of what key you're in, that picture is going to be the same. It's just going to be moved around. You know, it might be inverted a little. If I'm playing an A minor, there's my same voicing that I was using there. Anyway, different things that you can do with this. If I were playing a tune that was a vamp in D minor, like Impressions, I might do some chord riffs like something like that. And I don't care what if I'm playing a D minor 7th or a D minor 9th, somewhere in that. I'm just following my ear. And I can do that when my fingers have the memory in them. I can just respond rhythmically to what's going on, and I can put my hand down on one of those chords and it's going to be okay. The dominant chords I do the same thing with. They're all G dominants. And I did the same thing moving up and down the neck. I start around the 3rd fret. C major, they're all around the 3rd fret where I start, and they go up. I'm probably not doing the exact sequence that's in the book, but what I'm trying to do is demonstrate how it all ties together, and it's going to create a picture. So if I'm going to end my song in C major, something like that. Maybe I'll make a little chord riff like that. That way you can jump wider intervals and make more interesting chord sequences, I believe. Again, they're in the book. Don't overlook the sections that talk about the 2-5-1 chord progression, and also different suggestions on how to practice with the book, because I think it'll help. That's not to say that you can't come up with your own method. You can certainly do that. There is a subsection in here about diminished chords and augmented chords, which I consider like a subset of dominant chords. So I'm trying to keep my file size a little bit smaller so that this thing will work well on the web. But certainly if you get the book and you have some questions, feel free to email me. If we get to work together on the Ashbury Music Hall site, that would be great. I've got some chord courses up there, as well as a section for personalized lessons. If there was a certain area that you might like to study, I'd be happy to work with you on that. Thanks again for checking in. Best wishes with your guitar playing, and pick up a copy of Chord Shapes for Jazz Guitar. Talk to you soon.